cracker for people. You know, anyone who's on the fence about watching it, get it. Do yourself a favour. You know, watch this fight on Sky Box Office. Get a ticket to come to this fight because it's going to be an early Christmas present for everybody. Unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of a sad one for Tony Bellew. But when he gets that big fat check at the end of it, you know, he should be happy because I can't see what, other than money, I don't know what he's got to gain from this fight. He's already got a win over me. I'm not sure what he's got to gain other than a load of zeros. So hopefully he's in a healthy state to spend that money on whatever Christmas
David,
he wants to have.
How does the win set you up for 2018?
I don't know. It depends how that win is done. If I struggle on points and win on a split decision, 2018 don't look that great at all. If I go out there and do what I believe I can do and completely shut him out of the fight and win every moment of every round until he's knocked out, then it could be a healthy 2018. If I finish the fight in good physical condition, then 2018 is starting to look real healthy. So I'm just focused solely on December 17th to make sure that this fight is not just a win isn't good enough for me. I don't just want to win this fight. It's no. And Ismail Salah said you can't, on any of the scorecards, you can't lose one round. It's not good enough. We're aiming for perfection, and that, I believe, is what you'll get on December 17th.
David, you said you...
Sorry, you talk about Ismail Salas. Is he training you in the old school Cuban way, or are you doing?
Yeah, he's been training me in the same way he trains Felix Savon, Regondo, Gamboa, Casamayor. You know, all these guys. You know, he's trained these guys since they were kids, and we went back to basics. We went back to the footwork drills, the stuff I haven't done. When I worked with a trainer called Jorge Rubio. I worked with him in Miami a few years back when I was a European champion, and it's kind of going back to some of that same stuff. But I was only over there for a few weeks. Now I've been doing it for months. I've really got that sort of that Cuban flavour now integrated into my style, and I believe it's bringing out the best of me. So a lot of rhythm stuff, a lot of rotation, pivoting. That I knew it, but I kind of forgot about it. You know, people may have learnt French at school, but how many of them can speak fluently? You know, you've got to practice it to be good at it, and I hadn't been practicing this stuff. So I practice certain things every day. So come fight night, it's deeply ingrained in me, and it's part and parcel, and it's second nature in my style.
David, do you believe if you didn't have the injury in the last fight, you would have beat Tony Bellew?
I genuinely got no clue. You know, I need a crystal ball or an alternate universe to look at that. You know what happened? You're dealt cards in life, and you know you got to play the best hand with the cards you've been dealt. I was dealt as a hand, and I believe I played the best hand I could with it. It wasn't good enough, so you know you could drive yourself mad saying, if I did a left and I was supposed to did a right, you know I could have done this. So if I'd bet on this, and it is what it is. We'll never know. I don't care. Hopefully, on December 17th, we'll see what two healthy athletes pitting their skills together can produce. And if he's as motivated as he was for the first fight, then great. You know,
David, you say you're leaner, you're fitter. In the build-up to the last fight, Tony talks a lot about speed, having a speed advantage against you. Obviously, with your injury, that's going to impact your speed. Do you feel now you're fitter, like you're saying, you're in better shape?
What would impact what, sorry?
The speed, your speed overall, having that injury impacted your speed.
Okay, in the first fight.
And what he was saying was that he had more speed than you. We know you've got more power than him, you're stronger than him. Do you feel now you're injury-free, that speed issue isn't going to be a question at all?
We'll see in the first fight. You know, I've been campaigning at heavyweight for nearly 10 years nearly, and you know, he's put some weight on, so he may not be as fast as he was at cruiserweight or light heavyweight. I've always been fast. It's always been my thing. My thing has been speed. I don't believe he's faster than I am. I don't believe he's technically better than me in any weight, in any position, up close, mid-range, long range. But it's all good and well saying I can say I'm great, I'm this, I'm that, he's no good. He won the last fight. He found a way to win the last fight. He said he would, and he did. So I need to just make sure that I am faster, because if I'm not faster, if I'm as slow as I was in the first fight, I'm going to struggle, plain and simple. So I have to be faster. I'll be very unhappy with myself if my speed is the same as what it was in the first fight.
David, your favourites for this going in, do you still see that as a big void and then you're that much better than them, or do you think the level's a bit closer now?
I don't. You know, odds don't really mean anything. People, who's saying that is some guy in an office somewhere. I've been in the ring with him. I've tasted his best shots. I don't believe he has what it takes to beat me over 12 rounds. I genuinely don't. So I don't really care what the odds are. Whether he's the favourite one, the favourite. It's not going to affect what we do in the ring. People obviously watched the first fight, and even with him winning that fight, to put me back as a favourite, they may see something that I see.
And
Last
Bellew,
couple, guys.
no problem. So Bellew said that if he wins, that's the end of your career. How do you feel?
If he does win, yeah, no doubt. My competitive boxing career, if I can't beat Tony Bellew, then what business have I got being in boxing? I'm not in boxing just to be a boxer. I've always been in boxing to be the very best and to become the heavyweight champion of the world. I did it at cruiserweight, I did it at heavyweight, and if I can't beat Tony Bellew, then that's not meant to be for me. Then it's over, plain and simple. Nobody will give me a shot. And even if I did get a shot, if I can't beat Tony Bellew in an emphatic style, then what's it all about? Then obviously find something else to do that you're good at, because clearly I'm not good at boxing anymore.
And if you do beat him in emphatic style, is Anthony Joshua in your sights?
It's whoever the world considers number one. He's got a fight coming up next month, or this month rather. It's depending on that. Maybe he loses. I doubt it. I think he's going to win the fight. Maybe he'll have a unification fight with Wilder that's been talked about next year. So it depends who's number one. Whoever's considered number one is the guy that, if I'm victorious, I'll obviously campaign to fight.
David, how important is it to establish your jab early and win them early rounds?
It's important every fight. If you don't establish a dab, the likelihood is you can't land your rear hand, your power hand. So same thing works for him. He couldn't do what he did without making sure that the distance and range is there in the first fight. So I think for any fighter getting in, making sure that you've got solid distance, making sure you've got the range, making sure your timing's good, are all sort of musts in any fight whatsoever.
David, there's been a bit of scorecard controversy recently in big fights. What do you make of all that, bearing in mind that the different styles that you guys both have might play to the strengths and weaknesses of different scoring judges?
I'm not fussed whatsoever about it. He could have his whole team scoring the fight because it's not going to be needed. So I'm fortunately one of those fighters. I've only ever heard the final bell 3 times in 30 odd fights. So I'm not worried about the judges. 26 of my 28 victories haven't heard the final bell, so I'm not too worried about the judges or judging styles.
David, just wanted your opinion. Recently, Luis Ortiz has failed yet another.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't heard that. Is the fight still happening?
No.
100%?
Well, from my sources, no.
But is there an official source?
No.
If there's no official source, I can't comment on it until there's an official source saying. I know I've heard other people that failed drug tests and end up fighting. So he's failed twice officially, as far as I'm aware. Is that right? So I'm not that surprised that he failed as another one, because there's no smoke and fire and all that stuff.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Thank you.